Long ago there lived a gentle girl. Her name was Cinderella Brighthearted. She smiled easily, despite simple surroundings. Her mother loved her deeply. Truly, they played together in flower gardens. Laughter filled their days with warmth. Life felt beautiful, peaceful, and complete. One day, sorrow entered unexpectedly. Cinderella's mother fell gravely ill. The illness took her away forever. Cinderella became alone very young. Her heart felt heavy, but brave. She learned strength through quiet pain. Years passed with silent endurance. Her father remarried another woman. The woman arrived with 2 daughters. Hope of new beginning appeared briefly. At first, everything seemed normal enough. Smiles were forced, but present Cinderella tried fitting into family. Then tragedy struck again, cruelly. Her father passed away suddenly. Darkness covered her life completely. The house changed after his death. Love turned into cold command. Stepmother revealed her true nature. Cinderella became servant of house. Every chore fell onto her, sweeping floors from dawn daily. Washing dishes until hands ached, scrubbing clothes until nightfall. She worked without rest or thanks. Sometimes mocked, sometimes punished harshly. Cinderella never complained aloud ever, but sadness lived within her. Her eyes showed quiet sorrow. Nights felt loneliest of all. She spoke softly to little birds. Small mice listened, without judgment. They became her closest friends. They comforted her with presents. Laughter returned briefly through them. Loneliness felt lighter with company. One day, Kingdom announced grand event. Prince invited every young woman. A royal ball would be held. Purpose was choosing future bride. Excitement spread across entire kingdom. Houses filled with preparations joyfully. Stepmother and daughters became obsessed. Dresses, jewelry, shoes selected eagerly. They practiced smiles and manners. Cinderella watched silently from shadows. She dreamed quietly of attending. Stepmother crushed hope immediately. Cruelly, she declared Cinderella unworthy attending. Only work mattered for her. Ball night arrived. Brightly decorated, Cinderella stayed behind. Cleaning tears, she hid pain deep inside dreams, however, refused to die. After midnight silence filled house, Cinderella looked up. Toward sky she whispered, a hopeful prayer. Suddenly, light shimmered softly nearby. A magical fairy appeared, smiling. Her voice sounded kind, gentle. She promised help without conditions. Fairy waved her magic wand. Pumpkin transformed into royal carriage. Mice turned into strong horses. Rags changed into shining gown. Cinderella gasped. Amazed and grateful, Fairy gave glass slippers. Carefully, she warned about midnight deadline. Magic would end at 12. Cinderella promised return. Before time, she climbed into carriage. Smiling palace glowed with lights, music. Guests danced under sparkling chandeliers. Cinderella entered, capturing every gaze. Silence fell across the hall. Prince noticed her instantly. Stunned, he invited her to dance. Music flowed as they moved, joy-filled. Cinderella heart briefly. Prince felt love at sight. Time passed unnoticed during dance. Clock began nearing midnight. Hour bells rang loudly across palace. Cinderella remembered fairy warning. Suddenly panic replaced joy on face. She fled quickly through crowd. Prince chased, calling after her. Cinderella ran down marble stairs. One glass slipper slipped off it. Sparkled on staircase alone. Cinderella vanished into dark night. Magic faded as clock finished. She hid safely from pursuit. Prince reached stairs, breathless, confused. He lifted shining slipper gently. Determination filled his hopeful eyes. He vowed to find owner. Next day, search began everywhere. Royal guards visited every house. Every girl tried the slipper. None fit correctly at all. Hope remained alive, for Prince's stepmother forced daughters to try their feet, never fit properly. Anger, frustration filled their faces. Slipper belonged to only one. Guards reached Cinderella home. Finally, stepmother panicked, sensing danger. She locked Cinderella upstairs quickly. Truth threatened her cruel control. Birds and mice worked together. They unlocked the hidden door. Cinderella ran downstairs. Bravely, she stood calm before everyone. Guard offered slipper for fitting. Stepmother protested loudly. Desperately, Cinderella placed foot into slipper. It fit perfectly like destiny. Silence shocked everyone present deeply. Prince recognized her immediately. Smiling joy replaced sorrow within Cinderella. Truth shone brighter than lies. Prince invited her to palace. Stepmother stood defeated. Silently, Cinderella chose kindness over anger. She forgave those who hurt. Forgiveness revealed her true strength. Palace prepared grand royal wedding kingdom, celebrated with happiness everywhere. Cinderella wore crown humbly, proudly. Prince treated her with respect. Together they ruled with justice. Love guided their every decision. Cinderella remembered her hard past. She helped others with compassion. Her story inspired entire kingdom. Hope grew for every soul. Kindness proved stronger than cruelty. Dreams rewarded patient, brave hearts. Cinderella never forgot her friends. Birds and mice stayed close. She honored her mother. Memory, love remained her guiding force. Life transformed through faith, courage. Suffering ended with perseverance, reward. Happiness felt deeper after pain. Destiny favored those who endure. Cinderella's story spread across lands. Children listened with shining eyes. Lesson lived within simple tale. Never lose hope. During darkness, kind hearts always find light. Magic sometimes arrives through goodness. Strength hides within quiet souls. Forgiveness heals deepest wounds. Inside love chooses actions, not status. True royalty comes from character. Cinderella proved this through life. Her smile reflected earned peace. Past sorrow no longer controlled. Future open, bright and warm. Dreams once whispered came true. Courage carried her through trials. Faith turned suffering into strength. Love rewarded her unwavering heart. Kingdom prospered under fair rule. Cinderella remained gentle always. Her kindness became lasting legacy. Story lived beyond generations. Hope passed from heart onward. Dreams felt possible for all. Light followed those who believed. Happiness finally stayed forever. Palace life felt strange, yet welcoming. Cinderella learned royal manners. Patiently she practiced speaking before nobles calmly. Prince guided her with gentle respect. Servants treated her kindly. Always memories of hardship shaped her humility. She never forgot sweeping dusty floors. Gratitude filled her heart daily. The glass slippers stayed carefully guarded. They symbolized fate and truth. News of her rise spread widely. People whispered about kindness, rewarded. Some doubted her simple origins. Cinderella faced judgment with grace. She spoke softly but firmly. The prince admired her strength. Trust grew steadily between them. Days passed, filled with learning. Cinderella studied history and laws. She listened more than she spoke. Advisors noticed her thoughtful insight. Wisdom came from lived experience. She suggested helping poor families. Prince supported her ideas gladly. Together they planned fair reforms. Work replaced idle luxury pursuits. Cinderella visited villages quietly. She met workers and children. Their stories reminded her past. Compassion guided every royal decision. Palace walls felt less distant. Hope entered forgotten corners. Slowly stepmother and daughters felt shame. They feared punishment from court. Cinderella requested mercy for them. Prince questioned, but respected choice. Forgiveness surprised everyone. Watching closely, stepmother bowed, silently accepting grace. Daughters learned humility through example. Household power returned to kindness. Cinderella invited birds into gardens. Mice scampered freely without fear. She honored friendships beyond status. Joy filled simple shared moments. Wedding preparations began across kingdom. Tailors crafted gowns. With care, Cinderella chose modest, elegant design. She remembered wearing rags. Once jewelry remained minimal, meaningful, symbolic. The prince admired her simplicity. Bells rang, announcing wedding date. Citizens celebrated with music, dancing. Streets decorated with flowers, lights. Cinderella felt nervous, yet peaceful. She missed her mother. Deeply dreams carried her memory. Lovingly night before wedding felt quiet. Cinderella gazed at moon. Softly she thanked fate for guidance. Morning arrived, bright and hopeful. Palace filled with cheerful voices. Cinderella dressed, surrounded by friends. Birds sang near open windows. Mice peeked proudly from corners. Wedding ceremony gathered entire kingdom. Prince waited, smiling confidently ahead. Cinderella walked forward, steady calm. Crowds watched, breath held silence. Vows spoken with honesty. Love, rings exchanged under open sky. Cheers erupted across golden halls. Cinderella became princess, officially today. Joy overwhelmed her gentle heart. Prince promised partnership and respect. Celebration lasted throughout the night. Music echoed. Laughter followed freely. Cinderella danced, remembering first ball. Midnight passed without magic fading. This happiness was real. Earned days after wedding felt busy. Royal duties increased significantly. Quickly, Cinderella adjusted. With determination, she attended councils and hearings. Her voice carried fairness. Prince trusted her judgment openly. Together they resolved disputes. Calmly, farmers received support during drought. Orphans gained shelter, education, food. Cinderella visited kitchens. Often she thanked cooks personally daily. Servants felt seen, valued, respected. Palace culture slowly transformed. Entirely, fear replaced by mutual trust. Cinderella listened to complaints patiently. She remembered being unheard before. Justice mattered more than appearances. The prince learned from her leadership, became shared responsibility. Fully love strengthened through teamwork effort. Cinderella smiled more genuinely. Now, nightmares from past faded gradually. She slept peacefully, most nights dreams filled with hopeful futures. Stepmother worked quietly, respectfully. Now daughters helped others willingly. Learning, redemption, followed kindness, extended freely. Kingdom noticed changes rapidly. Happiness spread beyond palace walls. Children played without fear. Hunger songs praised. Gentle, new princess. Cinderella remained humble through praise. She credited help from friends, birds, mice, fairy unseen, acknowledged magic, remembered, but not relied. Strength came from courage, patience. Prince admired. Her moral clarity challenges still appeared unexpectedly sometimes. Cinderella faced them without despair. Experience taught resilience, and hope she guided others through hardship. Letters arrived from distant lands. Her story inspired countless hearts. Visitors sought advice, wisdom. Cinderella welcomed them kindly always. Palace doors stayed open symbolically. Transparency defined their shared rule. Trust grew between crowned people. Cinderella felt truly fulfilled inside. She balanced duty and compassion. Prince balanced power with empathy. Partnership deepened beyond romance. Friendship anchored their lasting bond. Seasons changed, marking progress, growth. Winter passed. With warm spirits, spring arrived, blooming across fields. Cinderella planted flowers herself. Gardens reflected renewed kingdom hope. She worked beside common gardeners. Respect replaced old class divisions. Prince supported these gestures. Proudly, leadership felt human, approachable, caring. Cinderella reflected on long journey. Pain shaped her gentle strength. Loss taught value of love, she whispered. Thanks to mother, memory guided her moral compass. Crown never weighed heavy upon. Responsibility felt meaningful, purposeful. Shared happiness rooted in daily kindness. Cinderella understood true magic. Now magic lived within good actions. Hope survived through darkest nights. She promised protecting that hope. Prince shared same commitment wholeheartedly. Kingdom flourished under their care. Peace replaced fear across lands. Stories spread of gentle rulers. Cinderella became symbol of hope. Not wealth, but character. Admired children, dreamed bigger futures. Boldly, parents told her story nightly. Lessons passed quietly through generations. Kindness, endurance, lead to light. Cinderella lived proof of truth. Her journey was not easy, but it was deeply meaningful. She remained grateful. Everyday love guided her steady steps. The kingdom prepared for future. Cinderella looked forward bravely. New challenges awaited beyond horizon. She would face them strong past darkness. No longer feared. Light remained within her, always. Hope stayed alive through actions. Dreams rewarded those who persist. Cinderella stood ready for tomorrow. Confidence replaced former quiet sadness. Peace returned after every hardship ended. Cinderella woke feeling calm and fulfilled. Palace felt warm, like true homebirds sang freely outside windows. She remembered her long, painful journey. Loss shaped strength inside her heart. Love rewarded courage and patience. Prince stood beside her proudly. Together they ruled with fairness. Kingdom prospered under gentle leadership. People trusted Cinderella wisdom. Deeply she listened. Before making decisions, compassion guided every royal action. Villages flourished through shared justice. Children laughed without fear anywhere. Cinderella never forgot her past. She helped those once forgotten. Kindness became kingdom's strongest rule. Stepmother lived quietly, changed forever. Forgiveness healed old family wounds. Peace replaced bitterness inside palace. Cinderella wore crown with humility. Power never changed. Her heart. Prince admired her quiet strength. Marriage became true partnership. Bond love grew steady, without conditions. Nights ended with peaceful reflection. Cinderella thanked fate silently. Often she honored her mother memory. Pain transformed into guiding wisdom. Seasons passed with growth harmony. Storms came but never stayed. Kingdom faced challenges together. Always Cinderella led without fear. Calmly justice balanced mercy and truth. People felt protected and valued her story. Inspired many hearts' hopes spread beyond kingdom borders. Children dreamed bigger, brighter futures. Parents shared her tale nightly lessons, lived through simple actions. True magic lived within goodness. Strength came from gentle, resilience, kindness proved stronger than cruelty. Cinderella remained herself, always crowned, symbolized service, not pride. Life felt meaningful and complete. Love surrounded her every day. Darkness never defeated her. Light courage changed destiny forever. Forgiveness healed deepest scars. Quietly, faith carried her through storms. Happiness followed patience and love. Cinderella smiled, with earned peace. Kingdom rested under quiet stars. Dawn promised another hopeful day's story reached gentle resting place. Meaning lived beyond written words. Dreams survived hardship and loss. Love ruled longer than crowns. Hope endured through generations. Always kind hearts remembered her name. Gentle strength shaped brighter futures. Cinderella became eternal inspiration. Life rewarded, brave patient, soul's family, love defined, true royalty. Light followed those who believed, destiny favored kind, courageous hearts. Her journey completed its circle. Subscribe to Hidden Tale Stories.